Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Richard Affolter, and I am the director of WEBA. Today, we are here and giving you information about a great university in Rome, in Italy, Unicusano, which is offering the program through XCL. The program is taught in English completely, so this will be very, very interesting for you as an agent to know that as well in Italy, there are universities who offer the program in English thanks to the cooperation with XCL, which offer the degree validated by the University of Chichester. So first of all, thank you everyone to join. I can see that more agents are joining us slowly. So I put some light on my desk so I can see you all. First of all, thank you to be here. And if you have any question during the presentation, please go down on the Zoom. There is a chat. Just type your question on the chat system, and so I will be able to answer your questions. So it's always important to remain on the mute modality during the presentation. And I want to see if my guest, Sara Fazin, is with us here today. Hello,
Hi,
Sara, how are you?
not too bad. Thank you for having me. How are you? Good?
Yes, everything is fine. Everything is well. You know, I always steal this 1-2 minutes to speak in order to give the opportunity to all the agents to sign in and make themselves comfortable for the workshop. So today, Sara, we're going with the Unicusano, Rome, Italy, a very beautiful campus in which XCL is offering the program completely in English. I want to say hello to everyone. I can see some familiar face. Hello, Nishu, Oliver, Asha, Sandeep, and Nazin. Thank you very much to join. And all the other, I can see as well. Rung Napa Bondi from Thailand is here. Navid from Afghanistan. Hello, Navid. Nice to see you. Hello, Ekta. Ekta, nice to see you as well. And thank you, everyone. All the other ones who join us. Is always nice to see so nice, familiar face. So, Sara, before that, I will introduce to you, etc. I will share my screen, and I want to show them the campus, so they have an idea about the campus. For the new one, logically, some of you already working with the University of Cusano through the XCL program. But for the new one, I just show you a little bit the campus, which is very great. So let me share my screen. And voila. So let's start with the video first of all. Some advertisement.
Your work can feel much smoother with Monday.com WorkOS. This smooth. All you need.
The time has come to look forward. The time has come for new opportunities. The time has come to look at new horizons. Dear agents from around the world, welcome to XCL. XCL is an independent enterprise stationed inside Unicusano University, based in Rome, Italy. If you are looking for a beautiful location and an international, well-established university for a bachelor or a master degree taught in English to send your students, XCL is for you. XCL Unicusano University has more than 36,000 students, wonderful food, wonderful people, wonderful weather, and a wonderful international university for a bachelor and a master degree.
So this is the campus, ladies and gentlemen, is Rome. Rome is the heart of Europe, is the heart of the world. Rome is always Rome. Students love to go to Rome. They love to go at Unicusano campus because they will be able to have the accommodation there as well. So they will be with all the students from around the world. As you see, maybe some of you know Jimmy, who gave the presentation before, and there are more than 35,000 students from over 100 countries. So there are students from everywhere, from Southeast Asia, Latin America, Europe, Italy, Switzerland, Africa. So there is a multi-culti nationality, and this is a great advantage for you You know, this is a long history of Unicusano. You can go on the website, you can Google a little bit about Unicusano Roma, Italy. And inside at Unicusano Roma, Italy is the program of XCL. The program is taught in English. And I will repeat one more time, at the end of the program, they will receive the degree, which is validated by the University of Chichester. So I
grasp this opportunity to collaborate with XCL Unicusano University, together looking towards new horizons.
Voila. So let me go out of this one. And I would just say that all the students who will do the program at Unicusano to the XCL program, they will receive the degree from the University of Chichester, which is a top 21 ranking UK university. So very well-known university in the UK and around the world. So you are free to navigate on Google. You will find all the information about the University of Chichester as well. And Xenophon College London, which is offered the degree, is offering this degree and the course, everything in English. You will find on the website xcl.ac.uk, and I will put this to you on the chat system. I will put the website on the chat system. You will find all the courses here. They have, at the moment, they have 3 bachelor programs. One is business, global management, and international business. The other one is a BSc in applied computer science, psychology. And then they have many masters. All the masters are as well 1 year long. So they have the global management, digital learning, digital MBA, green economy, big data, and applied computer science. So very interesting is the master is 1 year and the bachelor is a 3 years program. So when you go on the website, if I make an example, you click on this program here, global management and international business. You can scroll down here directly. You want to have the brochure, you just click on the brochure and the brochure will appear for every single program. You just can scroll down and you will find all the information. What is very interesting to know that on this website, you have to go under study in Rome. Study in Rome, click here, and then you will need to go scroll down. You will find another video here for your students. And then you will find all the entry requirement. And here we have a great news that just came across since Monday. And they accept as well Duolingo. And this is very, very interesting. After Sarah will explain you a little bit about the entry requirement and about the visa procedure, which is very important. Now, we have 2 categories of students. We have the European students and we have the international students. So let's go with the international students. We have the fee of the foundation, which is 7,000 euro, and the fee for the bachelor is 9,200 euro. What is the great part from Unicusano, which offered the XCL program, is that when the students register, they will not pay any deposit in advance. They just need to pay the 100 euro visa process, so the visa will start. When the students will receive the visa, then after it will start the deposit process and the payment for the bachelor or the master. So very, very important. There is no deposit to pay in advance. And this is a great news for all of you, is only to pay the 100 euro for the visa process. Very, very simple. The application process can be done everything online. On top of the right side, you will find apply now. You just click this one and you follow the instruction here. You put the name of the students, surname, etc. Very simple, nothing complicated, very, very easy. I know all of you are very familiar in working with university, so for you will be not an issue to do an application at the University of Cusano, which offer the program from XCL, which is Xenophon College London. So this was my first part to give you a short orientation on this one. Logically, they offer the commission as well. So for every agent who will provide students, the Unicusano XCL will send you an agreement. You have to fill out the agreement, and in details, you have to sign every single page. This is by law in Italy. And then you have to send this back to XCL. And the commission, it varies, depends on the number of students you will send for the September intake, October intake, January intake, and March intake. This is the great advantage. They have 4 intake: September, October, January, and March. So usually the commission varies between 10% to 20%. Logically, we will do an individual one-to-one session with all of you who are interested. We will create a Zoom meeting. We will explain you more in details about the cooperation, and then you can let me know how many students do you think you can provide to the Unicusano, so that we will help you to have a great commission, which will please you as well. So this is a very important part that I want to speak to you. And now I will go back to Sarah. Sarah, now I wanted maybe you can explain a little bit the entry requirement, which I think is always very, very important. So we go step by step. And in the meantime that you will explain the entry requirement, I will start to answer the chat.
I think I started before you to just, you see, to just give you a little bit of cool down time. But okay, in terms of entry requirements for our bachelors, we are looking at an equivalent to 2 A levels at grade BB. That means that we were looking at international certification. You send it over to us, and then we will make the equivalency on that. And in terms of language, we look at, so we accept IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson, LinguaSkill, Duolingo, a variety of English tests. So there are different, of course, scores, but in general terms, we would say that for entry straight to the bachelor, we are looking at a 6.0 overall, plus including including also a 5.5 for each component. And that, of course, it's for entry straight into the bachelor. Let's say, for example, you have some students that have an overall of 5.5 equivalent IELTS. That would put them straight for the integrated foundation year. The beauty of this is that once they have been enrolled into the integrated foundation year, then they don't need to reapply for the bachelor. They go straight to the bachelor program, and rather than have a 3-year program, that will become a 4-year program. Anything below a 5.5 IELTS or equivalent, then we will need to look at exactly the specific nature of the level, and we can offer courses of English, pre-sessional ones, depending, of course, the duration depends on the single individual's ability. So we go from 2 weeks up to 11 months kind of programs. But these are the main entry requirements that we have at this stage for bachelor. For masters is almost the same. But of course, the English level are just a little bit higher. So an overall 6.5 IELTS or equivalent. And we are looking at a minimum of a 6.0 in every component.
Sarah, I have a question to you, which came from Navid from Afghanistan. Very intelligent questions. If students apply for 1-year foundation, then do they need to do an English test result?
No, because within the integrated foundation year, there are 2 modules that are only related to English. So we are already testing them and providing them with certificates. And in order to pass the foundation, they have to pass also those tests. So once they are done and they have successfully passed those, then we don't need anything else.
Thank you very much. We have another question, which I already get yesterday as well from Rungnab Bondi from Thailand in refer of the GID certificate for the bachelor degree, and this is very popular for Thai students. I already put this question yesterday in the evening on an email, and I presume you did not receive it so far. but you will receive it later today because I think the email is not finished from my side, and this was one of the questions. I don't know if you can answer this question now or you have to double check first.
So it's always good to double check, but from what I gathered from the JET, it would be sort of a similar to an IB, and that means that we should be absolutely fine with that. In this case, that brings me to one of another good news. So if students have completed their high school education in using English as a medium, okay, that means they don't need to actually submit an English certificate to us. So let's say, for example, you have prospective students, they have done an international school, they have studied in English. We don't need to see any proof of English, just the interview.
Perfect. This is very good. Now, in refer of the interview, this is a good point that you point out, as usual. Every student will need to do an interview with XCL, correct? Why is that? I mean, on my view, is excellent. Maybe you can explain a little bit why is this decision?
Yes, the decision is pretty simple. So we have seen that sometimes students get tests or academic results under stress. So not everyone is happy and dandy doing exams. So we prefer to speak with the students and see in borderline cases whether or not we can accept them in any case. Let's say, for example, you have a student that has achieved the 5.5 IELTS, and we would normally have to put them into the foundation program. But if we go for interview and we see that the student can understand perfectly well what has been asked, that they can engage and they can answer promptly, we don't have any reason for them not to start straight away in the bachelor. So the interview will always give us a sort of handing help in trying to put the students in the perfect program, rather than actually accept just for what it is, a piece of paper that will be sent through by you agents.
Thank you, Sarah. I will now answer one of the questions. We receive a question which is very good, is what are the main condition and restriction of the student visa? So Italy welcomes students from over 120 countries around the world. I checked it yesterday because I always prepare myself for the meeting, and they have students from everywhere, from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, India, Yemen, everywhere, South America, Latin America, everywhere in the world. So there is no restriction. In Italy, there are no restrictions. If he's a genuine student, then there is no problem, absolutely. Logically, the students have to follow the criteria, the entry requirement, the criteria to get a visa. The students need to provide two references, need to provide a bank guarantee that he can afford to pay the tuition fee. Logically, the usual stuff as you use when you apply a student into a UK university, American university, Canadian university. So the standard procedure is as well with Italy. So it's very important. If he's a genuine student, that is absolutely not a problem. So we have another question in regarding of the Nigerian students. And this is always a very interesting point. The Nigerian students, usually they speak English, and in the last 5 years, did everything in English. There is no problem they don't need to show up anything in English. Is this correct, Sarah?
Yes, this is correct. What we have also find out that some of them might not be as prepared as they think they are to actually deal with a proper UK-based university. So that is why the interview is very important. So we might add some support, some English support courses at the very beginning of the bachelor, for example, to allow them to be able to pass the modules and engage in class and understand what is going on. But in general terms, we don't need a piece of evidence in that case.
Thank you very much. We received a very interesting question which was put to everyone and is from an agent, and that said that the university need to improve the payment procedure. But I think that a university who welcome more than 35,000 students from over 100 countries, they have already an excellent administration procedure. And but if it's any difficult to make a wire transfer for a student, then you can always go back to the administration department. I presume you receive an invoice for your students. You just go back to the administration department and you ask them, very, very simple, if they can provide you with some additional information. Usually every university in Italy, in France, in Switzerland, in Germany, in Greek, etc., they send an invoice with the bank details, and then the students are making the payment. So I invite this agent, Quinola, to just send an email back to the university, XCL, and explain what problem they're having at the moment. And I'm sure that they will be more than happy to assist you. Then we have more questions coming in regarding the visas. Yes, it's correct. In refer of there is no deposit to pay, logically, for the university, for XCL. They only charge 100 euro for the visa process. After the visa is received, you can start to make the payment. Then, logically, every embassy in every country has a different regulation, but for the university XCL, these are the conditions. Logically, if the university, if the embassy of Italy, for example, in this particular case in Afghanistan, requests to make the full payment, then you have to make the full payment. But from XCL side, university side, there is no need. So this is just the Italian embassy in this particular country, because in other country, for example, they don't ask this. So it depends. Every country is different and every embassy act in a different way.
Can I just add something to this, Richard?
Yes.
The university, so XCL, and also the university, Nicola Cusano in Rome, are using a legal team. So we have lawyers that can assist the students and the agent in this. So basically, you will always be informed of what's going on, and you can also always rely on us and our legal team to have the right questions and the right answers to all questions related to visa. So you're not alone on this.
Thank you very much. We have another question, very interesting question, is if the school give a letter of recommendation that the students do study in English, can interview wife? No. Every student have to be done the interview. This logically, because we're talking about a big university, so they want to have everything perfect way. Every student will receive an interview. If a student doesn't want to give an interview, it must be a problem. Every genuine student give the interview. So what about the admission process for master program? This is another request that came inside, Sarah. Maybe you can answer this one.
Yes, it's the same approach. So you go to the website, you click on the apply now button, you put inside all the details. We are looking at previous results for a bachelor usually, and of course, if they have studied the bachelor, let's say, for example, in an English, or a British university, a US one, or they studied in English, this should show on the academic transcript, and then we don't need an IELTS or equivalent for the actual English certification. Otherwise, we will need to look at an equivalent of a 6.5 IELTS. It's always the same stuff. Once we receive everything on our system, we review it, usually in 1-2 working days. Then we issue a conditional offer, conditional depending on if there are documentation that is missing. Let's say, for example, you didn't put the whole academic history there of the student, or you didn't provide the English certificate and that was needed. And also it is conditional on passing the interview. Together with the conditional offer, we will then issue a date and time where the prospective students should show up and have an interview with our team. Once that is done, the agent will be informed of what is the result of this, and the conditional letter can be moved to an unconditional offer depending on, of course, if we have all the documentation or not. But ideally, this is the way that we do the admissions process.
Thank you, Sarah. I'll move a little bit faster. Is part-time work allowed in Italy? Yes. After the students reach Italy, he need to register himself logically as a student, and after when he get the permission, he can work part-time. Then we go a little bit more forward. In respect of the visa, what document is needed? Again, I always invite everyone to enter at the Italian embassy in their own country, where you will find exactly what documentation is needed. Logical is a valid passport, 2 photos, 3 letters of recommendation, confirmation letter from the university, confirmation letter that there was the payment for the visa of €100, an SOP, which has to be prepared from the students, a letter, and explain why the students want to study in Italy, and explain as well what he will do after he will finish his studies. He confirmed that he will go back in his own country. So it's very important to prepare a very, very good letter of introduction about the students, why he wants to study in Italy. And what is very important as well is to prepare all the documentation from the previous study. This is very important. The English level as well. They have to provide the IELTS certificate, Duolingo certificate, depends from country to country. But usually this is the standard way, like when you apply a student in a UK university. So the standard documentation you need to prepare, but if you want, if you are not clear on this, if you cannot find this on the embassy website, you can always send an email to XCL. Maybe Sarah, you can put the email of the administration, so they can send a short email and ask what kind of documentation is necessary to prepare in order to obtain the visa for Italy. Scholarship offer for bachelor and master students. Scholarship is offered for the MBA, for the digital MBA. It will be offered, instead of €80,000, it will be 40,640 for September intake. And the fee for the bachelor is 9,200. There is no scholarship. They already went down with the tuition fee very, very low, mainly because of the COVID. So the official fee was 50,000, but they went down to 9,200 for the bachelor and 7,000 for the foundation. So the fee was already going down a lot, just to help during this, let's say, COVID period. And we hope that we will go out soon of this. So then we have someone else who joined a little bit late, and yes, we have recorded this presentation, so we will send a copy of the recorded presentation to everyone, so you can go through everything what we discussed in the beginning. So if a student pay to the university, then will be refunded, will be visa denied. So again, as explained, there is no need to pay the university in advance. There is only to pay €100 when you do the application in order to start with the visa process. Logically, if the Italian embassy require in your country that you pay the total fee before to receive the visa or the letter of confirmation for the visa, then in case of any refusal of the visa, logically it will be 100% refundable directly to the students. There is absolutely no discussion on this. But so far, with the €100 for the visa process will not be refundable, logically. So we have more questions coming in. Should the document translate in Italian language? No, all the programs are in English. So the program are in English, so it's nothing to do in Italian. So XCL, which offer the program inside at the University of Cusano, offer the program in English. All the students at the end will receive the degree validated by the University of Chichester. So very, very important. Everything is in English.
Yep.
should the document translate in Italian language and stamp before visa application? No. What is the IELTS requirement document criteria for both bachelor? So I want to, someone asked me, I think you joined very late, you asked me about the IELTS. Sarah already explained before that the IELTS is request is 5.5 in all the 4 components. Okay, so this is the basic, but we accept as well Duolingo, we accept Cambridge, we accept TOEFL, so there is much more. But what I will do now, because I can see that many ask about this, I will go on directly on the information which you will receive it now, and I will put this. This is the student handbook. This is more than 50 pages, and here is all the entry requirement from A to Z, from everything from bachelor, master. You just scroll down here and you will find all the information from A to Z. So everything is written here in detail, and I will put this on the chat system, so you will be able to have this documentation, and maybe you can go through everything in details. But as I said before, there is no need to have the IELTS. Duolingo is enough. Is there any post-study work permission? Okay, now the point is study work permission, yes, in Italy for 6 months. It's not like in the UK that you have the 2-year post-study work visa. In Italy, you have the part-time work visa, you have the post-study work visa, which is 6 months. But logically, if you will find a job during the bachelor program, and if you're doing a good job, the company can take you there. So there is absolutely not a problem, because you, when you come to Italy, you become not a citizenship, but how we say this in English, Sarah, when you come to...
It's a sort of it's a bit like considering you as a permanent resident of Italy without being a citizen. It's a completely difficult legal term, but we can surely explain to you how it goes on a specific session. What do you think, Richard?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Now, in refer of the bank statement, how much is the bank statement? Logically, if the tuition fee is 9,200 for the bachelor program, and the accommodation is around 500 euro per month, we have to calculate at least to provide a bank guarantee of around 12,000, 50,000 euro under the name of the students, logically, or under the name of the parents, but then the parents will need to issue a letter which indicated that this money is for his son or daughter. And then logically a letter as well from the bank manager who stated that the money is for the mother or the father or for the students directly. It's not possible to show a bank guarantee from the uncle, cousin, or from the agency, etc., etc. So must be under the name of the students. This is very, very important. Residents, the correct word was residents. So residents is, thank you, Zarina, thank you very much. So every student who come to Italy will become automatically a resident. What is the tuition fee and after students need to pay? So the tuition fee, I will share the screen from XCL, and you will find the tuition fee directly on XCL web page. And I will show this. We go under the course, we go on each course, you will find study in Rome. You scroll down and you will find directly the fee for international students. So it's 9,200 euro and 7,000 euro for the foundation. This is for bachelor. Then we have to go for the master. We just go back on the website. I will re-include one copy of the website on the chat system, and so everyone can see this. So you can scroll with me as well. You go on the school, for example, course. We go on the master on the right side here. You scroll down, you will find study in Rome. You scroll down, study in Rome, and then international fee is 40,640 euro. This is to study at Unicusano, and because we have many more agents who come inside at the moment, welcome to everyone. We are here at Unicusano, Roma, Italy, which we have XCL who offer the program in English inside in the campus, and all the program, all the degree are accredited by the University of Chichester. So very important. This is the University of Cusano. It's a very beautiful campus. Logically, now this is written in Italian, but because of that, we have XCL where everything is written in English because all the programs are taught in English. So this is just to give you an idea about Unicusano in Rome. You can Google. They have more than 35,000 students. Here is a copy of the campus on the left side. They have many different faculties and is a great campus. For the new one who just joined us, I will steal another 30 seconds for the other one, and I will re-show you a copy of the video.
What's it like to learn math on Brilliant.org? Brilliant gets you hands-on to help you learn by doing. Learn topics from everyday math.
Too much advertisement we have inside here at the moment. So let me go back on the old.
Time has come to look forward. The time has come for new opportunities. The time has come to look at new horizons. Dear agents from around the world, welcome to XCL. XCL is an independent enterprise stationed inside Unicusano University, based in Rome, Italy. If you are looking for a beautiful location and an international, well-established university for a bachelor or a master degree taught in English to send your students, XCL is for you. XCL Unicusano University has more than 36,000 students, wonderful food, wonderful people, wonderful weather, and a wonderful international university for a bachelor and a master degree.
So this is the campus for just the new one who just came now at the moment. I can see that you are replying to the agents who put in some question in the chat system. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very, very much. This is very helpful from you. So we have some more questions who come inside. Still test score mandatory if the student has MOE. Can you please reply on these questions?
Yes, it's very simple. We just said that if they have studied for the previous 5 years in English and the MOE should provide that certification, then we don't need any test. However, during the interview, we will assess whether or not the student is actually able to understand and pass the modules in a proper UK university environment.
Then another very important point is they always ask me if is any payments plan. Yes, there is a payments plan, and I explain to you how it works. Now, because they have 4 intake, September, October, January, and March, let's presume we have a students who start in September now. Now it's a little bit late, but we had application in January this year for September, so there was 9 months. So there was no need to pay the fee in advance. So the students pay in 3 bases. First, the 100 euro, then he get the visa, then he paid the deposit. The deposit usually is around 2,000 euro. Then the second payment is by the 30th of June. And then the third payment is by the 15th of August. So this is how it works, the payments plan. So if you have any students now for September intake, now the payments plan will be 100 euro for the visa when he get the visa in about 1.5 months. So let's say that you will register the students, let's say on Monday next week, which will be around the 16 or 15 May, I think. And then you pay the 100 euro. He will get the visa around, let's say, middle of June, end of June. Then he have to make the second payment by the 30th of June. He got the visa. He have to make the deposit payment and the first payment by the 30th of June, and then the second payment by the 15th of August. So all the payment have to be done before the course is starting. And if you have a student for October intake, then you have a little bit more time. Then in this case, you can, the administration department will send you the payment plan. If you have a student for January, the administration department will send you the payments plan. So there is a payments plan. Okay, what is the minimum amount that we have in your account in case of visa processing? So what is the minimum amount that one student need for the visa processing? there is a calculation. I'm quite Swiss on this. It's a calculation that I always doing. So if the tuition fee is 9,200 and the accommodation is around, let's say, 500 euro per month, out of 12 months is about 6,000. Then we have to have a little bit of something for living cost. So the calculation is done. If you have a student, he should at least bring a bank guarantee of around 50,000 euro that show that he has this money in his bank account. Logically, if you provide a bank account of 5,000 euro, the consultant at the Italian embassy will ask immediately how that you can pay the tuition fee and accommodation if you have only 5,000 euro in your bank account. So we have to think logically. Italians are very nice people. They are very friendly, very warmly as well. Italian are like the Spanish people, like Latin American people, very friendly and everyone. And but they are very good in calculation, and it's important that when you do an application, make sure that your students has enough financial possibility to pay his accommodation and his tuition fee. If not, theologically, he will be getting a refusal. This is logical. So let me see some more questions coming inside. I can see they are bombarding me of questions today.
I think that I'll take two, Richard, so you can wait a little bit. Okay, so do you accept a student who is already a master graduate? Yes, a second master study is possible. However, they should not be in the same area. So if, let's say, for example, you have a prospective student that has studied a master in innovation, and then he's trying to get a master in global management and innovation with us, that might be an issue. So if there are two different areas, yes, we can look at that. Yeah, how long academic gap is accepted? Usually it's no more than 5 years. We try, it's possible to have it longer, but it really depends what the student has done in a longer time. Let's say, for example, that they have worked, and in the meantime they had been part of CPD courses, so they have studied or they did some training that was absolutely relating to their course. Then we would count that as a sort of break from the gap. We just want to say that they have kept going on and studying somehow, some way. So in case you are not sure, it might be worth it to send an email to our admissions team. I will put down the actual email address. Okay, there you go. Just to ask whether or not we think that is a suitable student, or send straight away the application, and then we will tell you once we receive the documentation. How many days will it take to get the offer letter? Well, we would say around 2 working days. So do not expect us to respond during holidays or during the weekend. But other than that, it's around 2 working days. If master students have a 5.5 or 6 IELTS, no, there is no, the foundation course is attached to the bachelor. So doing the foundation course, that means that they will go back and do a bachelor, which doesn't make any sense. In order to do a master, they will need to already have a bachelor. What we can do is a pre-sessional English course to help them a little bit out with the English language, and that should solve the issue.
Any question coming in, Sarah? I have a question for you. I have a
okay. On top of all the others. Okay, go for it.
You are Italian, no? At Unicusano, there are more than 36,000 students coming from everywhere in the world, from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Yemen, Afghanistan.
Brazil, the last one was the Brazil one, yes.
Exactly, Brazil as well.
Yes.
So there are happy students over there. I can see every time I go to Italy. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, the most important part. Your students will love to go to Rome, Italy. So we are now here and asking 1,000 questions. We're talking about the University of Unicusano. We have so many students from so many different countries. They have even a lawyer team who is helping every single student for the visas. So there is a lot of work behind in the administration department. Logically, if you have a difficult student, but he's a good student, and maybe he cannot pay everything before the course started, maybe he make a nice letter and explain the situation. I'm sure that Unicusano will help these particular students to make the payment plan, maybe not on 3, on 4 times. So there is absolutely not a problem on this one. I mean, as long as this is only for one student, not for everyone. So it's very important to understand that all the payment, this is quite the law in Italy, have to be done before start the university. So if one payment, the final payment will come during when the program is started in the same months, then it's not a big issue. But it's very important to explain to the student, if they want to go to Italy, they need to make the payment or everything completed before the course is starting. But if is any difficult situation, you can always send at admission@xcl.ac.uk an email and explain the situation of these particular students, but not for general. So very, very important. How many Indian students already study at your uni? There is a news like it's difficult to get Italian student visa. Oh, I love this. This came from an Indian agent. There are thousands of Indian students in Italy at the moment. Many. You go and every single university, as well inside Unicusano, I did not went there and I count how many they are there, but in every university in Rome, in Milan, in Turin, in Syracuse, there are a lot of Indian students. So maybe it happened that 2 or 3 or 4 had some problem, but the problem is not relied to Italy, is not relied to the university, must be a problem from these particular students. So absolutely, there is no problem with Indian students in Italy. Opposite, Italian and Italy have an excellent cooperation. Both parties are working very, very well. There is a great Italian embassy, which I went as well in Delhi a couple of years ago. Excellent. They have a lot of students who are going as well for fashion, for art, for design, for marketing. If you go to Milan, I walk in Milan, I'm living about 1 hour from Milan. And when I go to Milan on the weekend, I see so many Indian students and I can see only happy people. And I don't think they have any problem to enter in Italy. Absolutely not. Indians are more than welcome to come to Italy, and as well Nepalese, Bangladeshi, Afghani. There is absolutely not a problem, really, seriously. My kids that are 23, 26 years old, they go around with Indian people, Pakistani people all the time without any issue in Italy, as they spend the weekend always in Milano. So there is absolutely not a problem. There are always some fake news go around about some country, etc., etc. I don't know why, but this is part of the world we are in at the moment. So in refer of the cooperation of XCL, very important, if you are interested, just leave your email below. I did not mention Nigeria. Sorry, Nigerian are friendly people. Like we know Nigerian people, they always like to make big joke, and I love Nigerian people as well, logical like everyone else. But I was just explain about that there is absolutely no issue with Indian students, absolutely no. And one very important point is if you want to start to work with XCL at Unicusano, please type your email down, so we will immediately today follow up with the agreement. If not, if you don't put your email down on the chat system, there is no problem. I have your details and I will send everything to the administration department, so they will start to send you the agreement. But logically, I like to work fast like you. And so let me know. You just can put your email on the chat system below, and we will follow up with you immediately today or tomorrow. Sarah, you want to add something on everything before to finalize everything?
You know, I think that we covered all the most important bits and pieces today. The website is always your main reference point. So whatever you have a question or you think you need something, you will find your answer on the website. Alternatively, please feel free to use the admissions@xcl.ac.uk email address that I put there on the chat for you, in case you want to discuss about specific students and everything else. and we can move from there and see. We would very much like to have your students in our Rome campus. It's beautiful. There are 27 degrees today, which, you know, it helps a lot. Yes, lots of people that are studying outside, you know, under the trees, in the garden, having a very happy and content life. So just feel free to keep in contact, Richard, or either myself or the team at XCL. We would very, very happy to provide you with the support you need.
A final point, what I want to add is the living cost in Rome is very low. I mean, the living cost, because Rome is a student city, so the living cost is very, compared, with all the respect, but compared to London is half of the price.
Yeah. Even less.
The students, they will love to stay in Italy, in Rome, because the living cost is very low. The accommodation is beautiful, is directly on the campus. So this is a very important point as well. And this is you have some more questions to answer to Navid. If you can reply to him by chat before finish, Sarah, it will be very, very great.
Let me see.
On chat there is a question. He directed directly to me, so I will
I was wondering. Okay, but if you read it through, I can say it out loud.
Okay, so he say they will need a minimum of an overall 95, no less than 90 in each component for undergraduate entry, and they will need to pass an interview with us. For postgraduate, they will need 105 or higher overall, minimum 19 comprehension, conversation, minimum, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so okay. So this one is about the Duolingo score. I'm thinking that Navid is responding to Siddiq in this case.
Okay, so I presume you will send him an email, or Navid can send an email to admission at xcl.ac.uk. Maybe you can re-put, I can re-put one more time the email here. So for some questions related more on score, you can always send a short email. Navid has already an agreement with XCL Unicusano. For all the other one doesn't have an agreement, I invite them to put the email down so that we can follow up with you directly today, and not wait until we scroll down all the information and all the registration party. Yeah, this is about Rome, Italy, Unicusano, which is a great location. All the students will receive the degree validated by the University of Chichester, which is a top 21 ranking UK university. This is a great advantage as well. We are going to register 30 students. Thank you very much, Navid. Very nice to see that you will register 30 students. Thank you, Zarina, to put down your email address. Thank you, Landre Aquinola, that you will put down your email address. Very important is if you already had some application, if there is any issue regarding the payment, like it was mentioned before for one agent that they had difficult to make the payment, just send a short email to admission@xcl.ac.uk and they will help in you. I don't know what is the issue. Maybe it's a bank issue. Usually I receive payment in my account from Nigeria, from Africa, everywhere, all the time. Not all the time, it's not every day, maybe once every 6 months, but I receive payment and there is absolutely not an issue. What I noted in Italy, what really impressed me, Sarah, was in the last, let's say, 5 years, there was a big increase from Pakistani students.
True.
There is a huge community of Pakistani students, especially in the area of Milan, Brescia, Venice, etc. So as well, Pakistan, Bangladeshi students, there are a lot in Italy at the moment. I mean, I think there is a very good communication, let's say partnership between Italy, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Pakistan. And this is why we have this big community, which they have, by the way, excellent food. What I love always when I go to Roma is to go to the Pakistani restaurant, because they are fantastic, with all the respect of all the other one, but I love Pakistani food, and with all the respect of the other one, but it's great. So I want just to say that there are a lot of international students in Rome at the moment.
Yeah.
Rome is like the new California for the students, because when the students go to Rome, they have so much opportunity of jobs as well during the summer, during the winter, during all the year, so they can do part-time work during the study, and this is a great advantage. And we work it out a lot with the students who come from a difficult country as well. So if it's a case that we have an agent who come from a difficult situation with students, we are always here to help them and to assist them if there's any problem with. I want to welcome to the new agent who just joined us in the last second, in the last minutes. Always nice to have you here. And it was very nice that you join us as well very late. We recorded these workshops today. We are coming to an end now, and we recorded Sante Sara.
Thank you.
Everything. So we will do a follow-up email with all of you. We will send you the details. And again, if you are interested, just put your email down on the chat system, so we will follow up with you. I want to just welcome one of my longest agents, which I know, I think now since over 17 years, who just joined us now, Mrs. Isabella Lautenpark. I want to say hello to her because I know her since many years. She attended many of my Weber workshops in Switzerland and in other locations. I hope, Isabella, you are fine. Everything is okay with you. Thank you to join us at the end today. we just come to an end. We will send to you and to everyone else an email with the follow-up. We have recorded everything, so you can go through this webinar, which will help you to understand a little bit more how to work with XCL at Unicusano in Rome, Italy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Isabella, again. No problem to be late. It's always nice to have you on board. And again, just leave your email down here on the chat system so that we can provide you with the agreement to work together with you. So when we have your email, we are able to send you as well the agreement, because it's a very important part. You will receive your commission. Your commission varies from 10% to 20%. And logically, if you can provide a good number of students for 2022, this will be great. Thank you that you like my session. Is always very nice. Finally, what I want to say as well on top of that, thank you, Nazin. It was nice that you put down your email. I have all your contact as well. Namaste, Nader. If you are interested to open your own learning center in your home country, then you have to contact me directly. Because what we did in the last 6 months with several agents, we created the learning center abroad. What does it mean? Let's presume you are located, I make an example, you are located in, let's say, in Egypt, to give an idea. And you want to offer to your network of students the possibility to offer the XCL program, which offer the degree validated by the University of Chichester, you can do this. If you have a learning center in your home country, you can do this. And I will be more than happy to explain you how to do this. For this, logically, we need to organize another session. But I want to show you something, maybe for your own curiosity. Let me go out of Unicusano. By the way, this is the beautiful campus. So we were just spoken now in Rome, Italy, for your information. So let me go out of here. And I wanted to show you something that can be very interesting. Let me find this. I have to share my screen. In the meantime, if you want to go ahead, just put your email down. So here are the center, the learning center of XCL, which these are agents who decided to open their own center in the home country. and start to recruit students. So they study over there, they study in your home country, they do the bachelor program, and maybe they do only the final year in Rome. So they do the first 2 years in your home country or the first year in your country, and then they go to the second year in Rome, or even do only the foundation program in your country. So the student will reach the level, the English level, the academic level, and then after he will do the first year of bachelor in Rome. So these are some of the center that agents who open the learning centers. You can see we have Nigeria, Pakistan, Slovakia, Switzerland, my country, Thailand, Tunisia, and so on and so on and so on, Morocco. This is a very great part for you. So if you are interested on this, we have to have a meeting with me directly first, so I need to understand a little bit your potential. I just give you a small intake, Sarah. Today you receive a short message from me from one of our XCL centers, started in a very small country called Slovakia, a country who has about 4 million people, and he opened his small center in Bratislava. So he opened about 1 month ago, correct? More or less.
Yes, correct. Yes.
What he brought to you? What he brought to you?
Okay, he wrote to me that he has a very good number of students coming our way, 8 already accepted, another 6 that he was working on. So I have to say, I love these students. I sincerely love them. But he's a very small center. It's not as big as someone might think, compared to the XCL center in the Rome campus that we just discussed. So yeah, it's a completely different concept.
So what I want to say with this, ladies and gentlemen, if a small center, a small agency open his own learning center and he invite students from his home country, go to his center and study live with XCL, maybe you can explain a little bit how this is working, Sarah, just 1 minute, just to give them an idea.
So we do all the hard work, and the center provides a safe environment for the students where they have reliable internet, a nice desk, maybe some laptops if they have that, but usually students have their own smartphones, and with that, they're absolutely fine to listen in and join in on our conversation. The good thing about it is that we create a community, so that in a specific country, and they not only be able to know people in the same classes there's from the same country, but then they will be in a classroom that has people from everywhere else in the world. So they might be sitting down next to someone from their own country and then doing a poster presentation with someone from Brazil or someone from Switzerland or Italy, UK, wherever we have one of those centers. And it's one of those international experiences that you cannot replicate. And it's just very beautiful, and students seem to love it.
And another point, the financial part. Last week as well, we received the confirmation from an Indian agent, Alpine, who is an agent, and they managed to work with a school and to get the confirmation of 120 students starting in September. So 120 students starting in India over there. They start the bachelor year 1. Very simple. Very simple, nothing complicated. So you can imagine your commission for 120 students, how much it is. So this is to go to the next level. So if someone of you is interested to go to the next level and look into this business opportunity, trust me, all the one who follow me, or they're in Nigeria or in Pakistan or in India or in Slovakia, like you mentioned before, or even in Switzerland, in my country, there was everyone happy financial wise, because they realize in the end that only 1% can go to study in Europe or in the UK or in Canada or in the US or in Australia. And the other 99%, for many reasons, they are not able to go for all this period. So now you have the opportunity to offer the same program in Rome, in your home country. So the students will be able to do the foundation program over there, the first year, or even the complete program over there, or only part of this in the home country and the final year in Rome, or the last 2 years in Rome, or the last 3 years in Rome. So this is something that is a great advantage, especially for families, because families, it costs a huge of money to send someone outside the country. Not everyone has this potential. And then another point, we have to understand that many students finish the high school with 17 years old, even some with 16 years old, and they are not ready to go abroad. They are not ready, they're not mature enough to go abroad. So parents are a little bit worried at the moment, maybe because of the COVID, maybe because of other situation, maybe because the student is not mature. So instead to do nothing, they can register the students in your learning center. And then after 1 year, when the student is mature, when he will be ready, then he can go for the second year directly to Rome. This is another point to consider when you're talking to parents. So I'm very in this at the moment. I have many requests of XCL center abroad. If you're interested, as I say, you can send me an email. You have my email here. I put my email on the chat system. I will do anyway a follow-up email, and you are more than welcome to type me an email. Thank you very much. For someone, they said they want to come to visit me. You can always visit me all the time. There is absolutely not a problem. I get usually visit from everywhere, from India last week, from Pakistan 3 weeks ago, from Nigeria tomorrow. So I always welcome agents here in my office in Switzerland, so I can take the opportunity to go for a nice dinner. Again, I think now I went a little bit out of the content of Unicusano, but so you know that you have this opportunity as well. Again, thank you very much, everyone, to join us today. Thank you to put down your email address. I will now send your details directly to the administration department, so they will start to send you the agreement, and you can start to recruit students. Very important, it takes 2 months to get the visa for Italy. So I invite everyone, if you have students for Italy, start to do the application in the month of May, tomorrow, after tomorrow, not wait until July, August, but do it in May as soon as possible, so that the visa process can start immediately. You have the full support from the team of Unicusano. You have the full support of myself as well. I'm always here, and as well from Sara Fazin, which is the Dean of the Academic Department. Sara, thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard, and thank you everyone for taking the time to listen to us today.
Thank you very much. Everyone, have a great day and a great weekend. Good health, very important. Keep smiling. We are living in a great world, and education is putting down all the barrier. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. So we come to an end, Sara. It's always nice to have the workshop with so many agents from different parts of the world.
Yes, absolutely. They always bring very nice questions on the table. Lots of them, I would say. Yeah.
This is very nice. So Sara, to you as well, have a great day. We keep in touch later on today. Thank you very much as usual.
Yes, my pleasure.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Sara.